So today's tip is all about simplicity. What I want to try and do here is just to sort of really strip down your wedge play a little bit. I think too often we've got too many choices, and do I hit it in low, do I hit it in the high, what club, too many variations. I think what we all need to make sure we've got is some sort of plain vanilla type of wedge shot. So this again is something we can start to do. We're not far away now from being able to get back on the golf course. So we can start to look at these wedge shots and really dialing in how we're going to be from, let's say, 60, 70 yards and closer. Can we just get the ball on the green first time? Not even necessarily close to the hole, but can we get that first wedge shot onto the green? So I actually got this from one of my students who's a super player, and she suggested about just making wedge play a little more simple. She felt she was getting confused with the club shots and the shot selection, so she really sort of stripped it down. It was essentially this: using her pitching wedge, her sand iron, if you like, 54, 55 degrees, and then the most lofted wedge, which in my case is a 58, it may be a 60 for yourself. Don't even worry about the gap wedge, just go with these three clubs for the minute. So your pitching wedge, your sand wedge, that middle wedge around about 54, 55 degrees, and then your most lofted wedge. And quite simply, just put those up against my bag. We'll start with the pitching wedge, and what she was doing was just hitting some shots with the pitching wedge, just a plain vanilla type of wedge shot. Ball in the center of the feet, handle just a little forward, weight a little forward, swinging to club level, and really just seeing how the ball was reacting with that sort of motion, just club level to club level, nothing more fancy than that, and just trying to get something that was fairly similar each time with how that golf ball was going to be reacting off the club face. And from doing that, and also with a little help with the launch monitor, just sort of seeing how the ball was reacting, what sort of height was the shot getting, what sort of carry was she getting, and then up to the 54, and then to the lob wedge or your most lofted wedge, do exactly the same thing. So what you're going to find is with playing the same shot but with different clubs, we're obviously going to get different results. So the ball in the center, weight slightly forward, handle forward, shaft level. Let's see how that ball reacts. And you're going to see that ball's going to come out much higher. It's going to land much softer. Little word of caution at this point: if you video yourself doing this and you're trying to play the shot whereby you're swinging back to where that club is level with the ground, but you see on the video it's a little bit further, honestly it doesn't matter as long as that length of backswing is the same every time you do it. Now, if to you, when you swing back to where that club's level with the ground and it ends up here, it really doesn't matter. Don't then beat yourself up because it's not dead level with the ground. And then go through those same three clubs again, but this time we're going to just swing back a little further. We're going to swing back now to where the arms are level with the ground. So we're going to increase the carry distance. Same thing again. I've got the pitching wedge, ball in the middle, weight forward, handle forward, arms level, and let's see how that ball reacts. Obviously with the pitching wedge, it's going to come out lower and further. With the more lofted wedges, it's going to go a little bit higher. So three clubs, you've now got 6 different shots to play. So start trying to dial that in a little bit with those 3 clubs. Remember, it's the pitching wedge, your middle wedge, and your most lofted wedge. You're swinging to club level with the ground and also to arms level with the ground. Each club's going to give you 2 different carries, 2 different trajectories. You've now got some variation without really messing around too much with the technique.